Hi there. I just left my first State of the Union address, and I wanted to give you all a little bit of my perspective on tonight's speech. First of all, I want to say that I appreciated the president talking about the crisis in Ukraine. It is tragic what is happening to the Ukrainian people, and we continue to support providing them lethal aid and resources for a continuing war with Russia. We have to remember that freedom must always prevail in the face of evil. As for domestic issues tonight, we heard some talk about inflation, but the reality is I've heard from so many Oklahomans back home that are really struggling with rising prices. Oklahomans are paying approximately $250 more per month because of the Biden policies and inflation that we're seeing across the nation. This speech really didn't impact or address the root causes of how we can lower inflation, and that's really unfortunate. As far as the southern border, the president it was interesting. He said that we should secure the southern border, and for the last 13 months, Kamala Harris, the vice president, has been in charge of the southern border, but's visited once. There's been no additional funding for Border Patrol. There's been no additional funding for states like Texas and Arizona who are putting their own National Guard on the southern border. We need to secure the border. We've had 2 million illegals cross into the country in the last year. Those are only ones that were apprehended. We anticipate or believe that there are 400,000 that were not. And with those individuals coming across are opioids, including fentanyl. In the month of January alone, over 800 pounds of fentanyl crossed across the southern border. We have to address this crisis. It has become the #1 killer of adults between the ages of 18 and 45, and it must be stopped. We really need bipartisan solutions to the crises that are facing the country. That is the energy crisis. We've seen gas prices rise over $1. Home heating prices have skyrocketed 45%. We need to address certainly the economic crisis with inflation and the border crisis. These things really, there were no concrete solutions that the president provided. And what we did here was a lot of rehashing of the Build Back Better plan. That's not going to move the country forward. We need to come together and find real solutions to the problems that we face today.